Very important milestone for our brands. You know, Garnier is a brand that stands for green beauty for all of us, and we truly believe that we can make a positive difference with this brand. For the last 2 years, we've put in place a very holistic approach to sustainability, which tackles every point of our value chain, an end-to-end approach to really improve the sustainability profile of our brand and try to become one of the most sustainable beauty brands in the world. For that, we have taken very important steps. So today, for example, 99% of our ingredients are vegan. All of our products are approved by Cruelty Free International. 60% of our factories are already carbon neutral, and we plan to have all of our factories to be carbon neutral by 2025. We use already, by the end of the year, we'll be using 50% recycled plastic in all of our packaging, increasing this target, doubling this target over the last 2 years. And through our solidarity sourcing program, we empower 1,350 people or communities throughout the world. A big part of our journey at Garnier is also empowering consumers. And we believe we have to explain to our consumers how they can be more sustainable, behaving more sustainably every day. Most consumers want to be more sustainable. Every year, we conduct a very big survey to understand how people are behaving when it comes to beauty and sustainability. Across 5 continents, 20,000 people tell us 83% of people want to be more sustainable, but only 5% are taking action to really behave in a sustainable manner every day. That's why at Garnier we're really working to increase the awareness and the understanding when it comes to sustainability and beauty. For example, we've been working with National Geographic to explain how we can take sustainable or green steps every day in our consumption. 180 million people will see this year the content we're co-creating with them to really explain that. And we've launched very ambitious social media program, One Green Step in India, for example, with John Abraham, to really explain to everybody what are the green steps they can take every day. At Garnier, we also believe that green beauty is a force for good. What does it mean? It means that through being more sustainable and being the most sustainable beauty brand, we can help communities and give them access to education and financial independence. And this is why we've been working with Plastics for Change. For the last 2 or 3 years, we've been working now with Plastics for Change, and we have already collected 540 tons of plastics and empowered more than 3,200 people. And for us, it's very important because beyond being a very sustainable brand, we think we have a duty to give back and help the community. And today, we're pushing this partnership to the next level. And we're extremely proud to open together our very first recycling center with Plastics for Change here in Chennai. This is a very meaningful step for us, and I think we can say it's a premiere for any beauty brand in the world, pushing this partnership and serving the local community. This center will directly actually collect 2,000 tons of waste and support 2,000 people in the community. It's a major step for Garnier and Plastics for Change working together, and we're extremely proud and thankful to all the people who've been able to help us in that journey. And this is also what I would like to call circular economy in action. Because actually the plastic we are recycling here is then used in plastic bottles used by Garnier. You can see here the ultra brands in which we are using the plastic that we are collecting in this center, and we have many plans to really increase this circular aspect of the recycling that we do with Plastics for Change. So I would like really to thank all the people who've been working really, really hard over the last months and years to make this project happen. Obviously, our Plastics for Change partners, Andrew and Shifra and all the team, all the waste collectors community, you will hear from them, and you will hear from Musa Mary today. their beautiful stories and how they, on a day-to-day basis, make a difference on the ground and help to this huge problem that is plastic pollution. And I would like to thank also my partners in India in the zone, Garnier India, Garnier Satina, who is a critical zone and very important partner for us. So, thank you to all of you. Nunri, welcome.
Thank you so much everybody for coming. It is such an important milestone for us to be launching the center in partnership with Garnier. After now 3 years, we've been working together, developing, doing all the hard work. So thank you for coming to the celebration. And this is a huge milestone, not only for Plastics for Change with Garnier, but for the entire green beauty campaign and green beauty industry. But most importantly, an opportunity to celebrate the work of the waste collectors, the people that are actually doing the hard work of picking up the discarded plastics and getting them into the circular economy. So thank you also everybody from the community who's come today. It means so much to us that you come to celebrate this big milestone with us. So the waste collectors are responsible for making the circular economy happen in India and in most emerging economies. There's estimates that approximately 4 million people in India alone make their primary household income by picking up these discarded plastics and getting them into the circular economy. So they're really helping to solve some of humanity's most pressing issues, like resource scarcity. Transitioning our systems today from a linear system where we make products and they're disposed of to a circular economy where the materials can be used again and again, and really addressing this problem of resource scarcity. And also the environment. Every kilogram of plastic that gets picked up and goes through these supply chains is 1 less kilogram of plastic that is contaminating the environment. That's it's not going to be burned, dumped, or ending up in one of these ocean-bound waterways that we see today with the flooding, being able to stop the plastic on land before it enters into the marine environment. So a huge important role. And at Plastics for Change, we're also just getting started on this journey. We want to scale up to reach more and more communities, more and more waste collectors, to ultimately reach our big goal of connecting 1 million waste collectors by 2030 as we scale up, not only within India, but also other countries within Southeast Asia, and eventually Africa, and well, wherever there's an emerging economy that lacks the waste management infrastructure, Plastics for Change wants to go and help to accelerate the development of recycling systems, bringing dignity to the livelihoods, and celebrating the hard work of all these people that are driving sustainability forward. So, I'm sure some of you are wondering how this works. I know the scrap shops and the waste collectors who come today will be experts in this, but for those of you who are not familiar with the way our supply chain works, I'll just quickly walk you through. So unfortunately today we weren't able to take you on a tour at the base of the supply chains to see the waste collectors and to see the scrap shops. But the waste collectors bring the material to the scrap shops. The scrap shops do the primary level of segregation and also the issuing of the buy-sell transactions on our app, where then our trucks, that you can see are parked right here, they come and pick up the material and they bring it to these Plastics for Change collection centers. And this is where we sort the plastic for the right quality assurance and quality control processes. Recycling plastic is actually quite technical. You have to have every polymer segregated correctly, and if the plastics are mixed, it's difficult to use it into high quality applications that can replace the use of fossil fuel-based plastics. And so at Plastics for Change, we developed this process. We'll take you on a tour shortly of our entire methodology. And the key thing that I want to highlight here is that we're able to make the bottles back into bottles, which is a pretty big deal because only 2% of the plastic that is produced each year is recycled back into high enough quality applications to be able to replace the use of virgin plastic. Most of the plastic in India gets downcycled into a lower quality phase that isn't able to have a continuous life cycle. So, with the support of Garnier, we've also been able to go beyond just recycling the plastic, really looking at creating a social impact. And our teams on the ground, we have a lot of the Plastics for Change team members here today as well. It's all about engaging with the community, understanding what their needs are, and helping to create a transformation of behavior change, where we can then certify the supply chains with the World Fair Trade Organization, and also the Ocean-Bound Plastic Certification Scheme by ZPL, to bring that authenticity to our claims and to really demonstrate the social impact. So we've developed a dashboard now where using our mobile technology, when we for example, issue a social service activity, it updates in real time so that we can display that and celebrate and make our success visible. And we're just getting started in terms of the impact on the community, starting with consistent offtake agreements and also the access to the social services, the financial literacy, education, providing this holistic approach to development. I want to give a big shout out also to the foundation team who's here today, Shifra, Chandan, also the whole team for all the hard work. It's such a huge opportunity for us, and of course, to conclude, none of this would be possible without, of course, the incredible team at Garnier, all of the hard work over the last 3 years since we first started our dialogue to now get to where we are. And we're just so excited. It's such a great celebration for us. So thank you again for being here, and we'll look forward to taking you on our tour coming up. I have one more very important announcement. Put your hands together and welcome Muthu to the stage.
உங்களை பற்றி சொல்லுங்கள். நீங்கள் எங்கேருந்து வரீங்க, நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்கன்னு உங்களை பற்றி அறிமுகப்படுத்தணும். என்னுடைய பேர் முத்துமாரி, என் கணவர் பேர் சுந்தரமூர்த்தி. எனக்கு 3 பசங்க இருக்காங்க. நான் சென்னை அண்ணா நகரில் வசிக்கிறோம். என்னுடைய குடும்ப சூழ்நிலையினால எங்கள் வீட்டுக்காரர் வந்து ஆட்டோ ஓட்டிட்டு இருந்தார். கொரோனா டைமில் வந்து எங்களால் வந்து ஆட்டோ தொழில் அவரை தொடர்ந்து செய்ய முடியாதனால நான் வந்து இந்த வேஸ்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுற தொழிலை தேர்ந்தெடுத்தேன். ஏன்னா அவருடைய வருமானம் வச்சு தான் குடும்பம் நடத்திட்டு இருந்தோம். அவருக்கு அதை செய்ய முடியாத சூழ்நிலையில் நான் இந்த தொழிலுக்கு வந்தேன்.
I think most people here speak Tamil, but for the benefit of many of our guests, I'm going to help translate. Good morning, my name is Muthu, and I live in another community in Chennai. My family has been doing waste collection for many years. My husband is an auto driver and we have 3 children. My husband during COVID was unable to carry on his daily work. His income dropped, and therefore I was forced to get into this particular waste collection profession. It is not something that I like to do or enjoy, but because we had to survive as a family, I therefore got into this. And today, our family, all of us, are involved in plastic waste collection.
ஓகே, உங்களுடைய ஒர்க்கை வந்து நீங்கள் எப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க, எப்படிலாம் நீங்கள் ஒரு நாள் ஒர்க்கை வந்து பண்ணுறீங்கன்றதை பற்றி சொல்லுங்கள்.
How do you do your daily work? What does your daily work look like?
காலையில் 6 மணிக்கு போவோம். நாங்கள் வீடு வீடாக போயிட்டு கதவை தட்டி தான் அந்த வேஸ்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுவோம். அதை பண்ணி எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்து ஒரு இடத்துல சேகரித்து மொத்தமாக வச்சுட்டு, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து அதிலிருந்து எங்களுக்கு தேவையான பிளாஸ்டிக் அட்டை பாட்டில் என்ன தேவையோ எங்களுக்கு தேவையானதை நாங்கள் எடுத்துக்குவோம். அதில் இந்த மகு குப்பை மகாது குப்பை இதெல்லாம் தரவரிச்சு கிச்சனில் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுல அதெல்லாம் தனியாக எடுத்துட்டு எங்களுக்கு தேவையானதை மட்டும் நாங்கள் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்து ஒரு 11 மணி வரைக்கும் அந்த வேலை செய்வோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் நாங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு வந்து பிள்ளைங்களே பார்க்கணும், பசங்களுக்கு சாப்பாடு செஞ்சு கொடுக்கணும், எல்லாம் பண்ணணும். கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்ட் எடுத்துட்டு மறுபடியும் திரும்பவும் வந்து அதை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டு கடைக்கு போவோம். அந்த பிளாஸ்டிக் இதெல்லாம் போடுற கடைக்கு போனோம்னா அங்கே போய் எங்களுக்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் போடுவோம். அது அதுக்கு என்ன காசு கொடுக்குறாங்களோ அதை வாங்கிட்டு வந்து வீட்டுக்கு தேவையானதை வாங்கி சமையல் பண்ணுறது, வேறு எதுக்காக நாங்கள் அதை செலவு பண்ணுறோம்.
I start my day at 6 a.m. in the morning and go door to door to collect whatever waste is disposed from the households. And from that waste, I carry on my work till about 11:30 in the morning. And from that waste, I collect it and bring it to my house. There is no other place available for segregation. I separate out the plastic, cardboard, all the dry waste that comes alongside the wet waste, which is segregated. I do that separately, and then I take whatever is useful for me. I take the plastic, the cardboard, the glass, everything that has value, I take that out, and then I keep that separately. And then I go home, and then I cook for the family. And after cooking, I take the items that have value, and I deposit it in a scrap shop. And whatever money I get for the day is what we use to make our dinner for that day.
உங்களுக்கு கார்னியர் கிட்ட இருந்தும் பிஎஃப்சி கிட்ட இருந்தும் என்ன உதவிகள்லாம் உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கு?
எங்களுடைய பசங்க
How has Garnier and Plastics for Change made any difference in your lives? Is this useful for you at all?
என்னுடைய பசங்க மாலை நேரத்தில் ஸ்கூல் விட்டு வந்த உடனே பசங்களுக்கு வந்து டியூஷன் வச்சுருக்காங்க. இந்த டியூஷனில் ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸில் இருந்து பசங்களுக்கு விளையாட சின்ன பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே டியூஷனில் நடத்துகிறாங்க. நாங்கள் இப்போ வந்து வெளியில் போய் பசங்களுக்கு டியூஷன் சொல்லி கொடுத்தா 500,000 கொடுத்து எங்களால் செலவு பண்ண முடியாது. அதனால் பிஎஃப்சியில் இருந்தும் எங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த டியூஷன் நடத்துறது ரொம்ப எங்களுக்கு பயனுள்ளதாக இருக்குது. அப்புறம் வந்து நாங்கள் வந்து மழை டைம்லாம் எங்களால் இந்த தொழிலை வந்து தொடர்ந்து செய்ய முடியாது. அப்போ வீட்டில் தான் இருக்கோம். கடையில் வந்து எல்லாம் ஈரம் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா வாங்க மாட்டாங்க. நாங்களும் மழையில் வெளியிலே போகவும் முடியாது எங்களால். அந்த டைமில் வந்து இவங்களுடைய வந்து எங்களை கேட்டாங்க, உங்களுக்கு எங்களால் என்ன உதவி தேவைப்படுதா அப்படின்னு கேட்கும்போது நாங்கள் சொன்னோம், இந்த டைமில் வந்து எங்களால் இந்த தொழில் செய்ய முடியாது, நீங்கள் எங்களுக்கு உதவி பண்ணுவேனாக்கா எங்களுக்கு தேவையான அரிசி பருப்பு என்ன தேவையோ எங்கள் தேவையை அறிஞ்சு இவங்க செஞ்சாங்க. அவங்களால முடிஞ்ச உதவிகளை எங்களுக்கு பண்ணாங்க. அப்புறம் வந்து நான் மாசமாக இருந்தேன். என்ன மாதிரி எங்கள் இடத்துல இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து நியூட்ரிஷன் கிட்டு கொடுத்தாங்க. ஹெல்த் கேம்ப் 2 தடவை வச்சுருந்தாங்க. அதுவும் நல்லா இருந்தது, பயனுள்ளதாக இருந்தது எல்லாருக்குமே. ரொம்ப மழை டைமில் எங்களால் எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல. எங்கள் வீட்டெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஒழிச்சு இருக்க கூட இடத்துல சமைச்சு சாப்பிட்றது கூட இல்லாத டைமில் இவங்க ரொம்ப உதவி பண்ணாங்க. நியூட்ரிஷன் கிட்லேருந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் அரிசி பருப்பு எங்களுக்கு என்ன தேவையோ நாங்கள் போத்திக்கு போகிறவங்க கூட இல்லை. எங்கள் இடத்துல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஆனால் நாங்கள் வச்சு அது முதற்கொண்டு பசங்களுக்கு ஒரு ட்ரைவர் கூட வெளியில் போய் வாங்கினோம்னா கூட நாங்கள் போக முடியாது அந்த தண்ணியில். அதெல்லாம் எங்கள் தேவை அறிஞ்சு எல்லாமே இவங்க உதவி பண்ணாங்க. என்ன மட்டும் இல்லை, என்ன மாதிரி செஞ்சால் நாங்கள் இருக்கிற அண்ணா நகரில் இருக்க எல்லாருக்குமே இவங்களால முடிஞ்ச உதவிகளை பண்ணாங்க. இதுக்காக வந்து நானும் எங்கள் அண்ணா நகரில் வசிக்கிற என்ன மாதிரி இந்த வேலை செய்கிற அனைவரும் பிஎஃப்சிக்கும் கார்னியருக்கும் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப நன்றி சொல்கிறோம்.
I'm so grateful for the support that Plastics for Change and Garnier have extended to me, and not just to me, but to so many women, children and families that are like me. I'm here just to represent all of our stories. One of the things is that when we come back from work in the afternoons, Plastics for Change runs a learning center, a tuition program for our children. Most of the children go to the government school, but when they come back, they have a safe space to go to and learn. They have both a hybrid learning program where there are online classes that are taught for the children. If I have to get private tuitions for the children, that costs close to about 500-600 rupees a day per child, and we can't afford that. So we're very grateful for the afternoon classes that are available for the children. But beyond that, especially when it rains, the plastic that is collected devalues, and we do not get the market rate when we give that to the scrap shops because it's contaminated. And during the rains, we can't even step out. We lose an entire day's wage. And during times like that, because for us, everyday wage matters. And during those days, Plastics for Change has distributed food staples to us when daily survival is important for us. They've distributed grains, rice, that's enough for us to survive for that day. Beyond that, Plastics for Change has also helped provide nutrition kits, not just for me, not just for those that are needed, but for everybody in the community, particularly for mothers that are pregnant, that are breastfeeding their children. These kits have proven really, really useful. So we're really grateful also for the health camps that are being done in these communities, not just for me, but for the entire communities. So things like this really benefit us. We are so grateful for the holistic approach, not just buying our plastic, but also for all the other social services that are being provided. And for all of this, we are very grateful to Garnier and Plastics for Change for helping support not just me, but all of the women and community members in Anamada. Thank you.
That connects those at the base of the supply chain with global brands to provide a consistent supply of high-quality recycled plastic through fair trade supply chains. So this initiative is about creating a social impact through recycling, but then also helping brands and the whole industry make a transition towards using recycled plastic and having less dependency on fossil fuel-based plastics.
Tamil Nadu, government of Tamil Nadu, they had tried this crisis for laying roads. It was not quite successful. How you think it will be successful? Is it being implemented in other countries also?
Well, using recycled plastic in roads is difficult. The main barrier is that the workers don't like breathing in melting plastic when they're laying the roads down. Fundamentally though, the main thing is creating value from the waste and making it into recycled materials that can replace the use of fossil fuel-based plastic. So making sure that the material can be used over and over again in several lifetimes.
That is really transferring the plastic we use to recycled plastic. And by doing that, and we think that if this recycled plastic can also generate positive change, positive social impact in the community, it's fantastic. So we started to do it with Plastic for Change in a less structured manner, with more informal. And today we're very happy to have this center and to be able to grow the community will impact positively with this change.